How pathetic can some people be?
I don't usually mention this, but I married a lawyer, which I know sounds very impressive. Every girl dreams when they grow up they're going to marry a doctor, marry a lawyer. But me, I had to marry the only lawyer in America with a conscience. Yes. No, I didn't marry the cutthroat, ruthless, give me all your money lawyer. No, I married the pay me what you can, whatever you can, I just want to see justice served lawyer. I got so ripped off, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what it's like? It's like I finally banged a rock star, but he's with a Christian band.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Sounds like some music you probably listened to back in the day.
Sounds like Alan Jackson a little bit.
It's all interchangeable, right?
It's not, though.
You know this song?
I don't think so. I don't think I do. Maybe if I...
Band called Confederate Railroad.
Oh, I remember hearing about them, yeah.
Do you want me to get to the chorus? Let's see.
I bet you the chorus, when it kicked in, I would probably go, oh, yeah, I remember hearing this before. Here it comes.
And I saw stars dancing on the water.
This is probably the greatest thing that has ever happened to their career. They've been taken off of a bill that had a bunch of 90s country bands, part of it, for the Quoin State Fair in Illinois, because their name is Confederate Railroad. And they thought that their name and the use of the Confederate flag would be offensive.
Sure.
For
in 2019,
for their fairgoers. Even though the band that was formed in 1987 with that name and has been using that name ever since, they've never had this happen to them before.
Yeah. Well, there's some people that believe this has nothing to do with racism, the Confederate flag, and they've got a whole thing about it. And yeah, it's a whole political thing for sure. So they're out. So what did they do?
They have been canceled, but now. So they've been removed from this billing. So what they're doing is they're running with a bunch of other 90s country acts to, it's like you get that trade in fantasy football. You're like, I'll give you Naheem Hines and Chris Herndon the fourth, and I'll get. I'm trying to just lump up a bunch of crap, and I'll give you Vance McDonald if you give me David Johnson. Yeah. It's like one of those type of things,
Like, I don't want all your garbage to give you my best guys.
I'll give you
or one of my best guys
that you're going to have to drop 5 of your existing players for. It was like that type of deal. We're going to put together a bunch of one-hit wonders from the 90s, like Confederate Railroad.
Yeah, but that might not be. That sounds like something the Fair would do. Doesn't sound that bad.
Well,
Fair does it all the time.
I don't think the Fair here would do it.
Yeah, they did it with Yacht Rock. They brought Ambrosia and Christopher Cross and Player.
But they don't want to diminish the legacy of America's favorite fair. I mean, Garth Brooks has played here. Blake Shelton has played here.
He's playing here again.
Austin Davis has played here. Oh, wait. He's quarterback in the NFL.
I don't know who Austin Davis is. Brad Paisley. Toby Keith.
The State Department of Agriculture declined to say when the band was booked, who decided to cancel, or why the band was removed. But the band's set prompted Charlie Daniels and others to make a comment of it. And now the fair is being boycotted by people who think that this is ridiculous.
Oh, that they kicked him off the bill because of their name?
Meanwhile, other venues in the area of wherever the Quoin State Fair is in Illinois, it could be in rural Illinois, my guess is, given the fact that they booked Confederate Railroad, they are giving the band a chance for a makeup show. So they're like, well, the fair's not going to take you. We'll take you, because they're seeing all these people, the backlash against, removing Confederate Railroad off the bill. And all those people will come to the show
I had to Google it because
Greatest thing.
I don't know. I don't see any like Confederate flags or anything like that. They just have, a train driving through a circle with some stars and a blue ribbon behind it. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe their fans are the ones that are the problem.
But I don't think so. I mean, they're pretty innocuous. Like, it's not like they're,
God, can't we just let people be artists anymore?
They're not a KKK
Can't we just let
band.
people be artists and play their music? I mean, it's just like everything has to be so, I don't know if PC's the right term. It's just annoying. That's why it's why I didn't listen to any news. I don't know what's going on in the world.
Promoter.
I have no idea what's going on. It's been very nice.
Promoter says that the band is being completely disrespected. Here's the thing. I think this is the greatest thing that could ever happen to Confederate Railroad because
people are talking about it.
They're now back on the radar. This is a divided country right now as we speak, and there will be people that rally around Confederate Railroad for whatever the reason. Some of them right, some of them wrong, but this dumbass today has to be handed to the governing body of the Quoin State Fair that decided that this would be a good idea to remove Confederate Railroad without really looking into it.
Right. Because really they're the ones making a big deal about it.
Yeah, because once you now made a big deal about it, you've opened a can of worms, you idiots.
Yeah.
And if you would have just let them be the third billing of the Chris Herndon the fourth, the Vance McDonald, and the Naheem Hines train, nobody would have cared. Everybody would look the other way. Who did you get? Bilal Powell once? Bilal Powell?
with Aaron Rodgers for the kid from the Colts that's always hurt.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
You got Aaron Rodgers and Bilal Powell?
Pow.
You have pulled off some pretty decent fantasy football trades, my friend.
Because I'm always working.
Because Andrew Luck, I think, sat the rest of that season, and you got Aaron Rodgers and Bilal Powell for Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Which ain't so bad. And
so what about Alvin Kamara last year?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alvin Kamara for Le'Veon Bell was a huge trade last year. So I got to give it to your trade acumen.
Yeah.
When it comes to fantasy
Still came
football.
in like 7th or something like that.
I'm not going to come at you with my Chris Herndon, Naheem Hines, and Vance McDonald trade this year. I know to look the other way. Congratulations to the Quoin State Fair. You are Jeff and Jeremy.
Dumbass of the day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.